Okay, so today's video is dedicated for all of you folks who just bought a brand new house, or you're renovating your house and you're looking to have your dream kitchen. We're talking about all the key elements that go into having a dream kitchen so that you cannot be disappointed. There's nothing worse than expecting something amazing and being disappointed with the results. So today we're going to talk about all the different elements that you need to consider when you're making your purchases. So there are really three things that you got to consider when you're buying appliances for your house. Number one is quality. Let's face it, there's a lot of different quality lines out there, and the truth of it is if you're not buying at the right price point, you're going to disappoint yourself. A, you're going to be forever dealing with warranty issues, but B, you're not going to get the performance that you're looking for, and you're not going to get the return on your investment that you'd like to see. So taking that step into the what I would call a luxury brand, but you don't have to go high-end like Wolf, okay? There's lots of luxury brands like the one that's sponsored this video today. This is ZLINE Kitchen. Their stuff is right in that perfect sweet spot where it's made in North America, but it's high luxury quality without the price tag. So consider checking them out and buying your appliances from them because they cover all the bases that I'm gonna cover today. Number one, they make great stuff. Number two, all about form and function, right? The dishwashers are quiet. You've got to have a mixed fuel stove. If you are looking for a design kitchen or the kitchen of your dreams, you've got to have a gas line. Now in the new house construction like this, they don't bring that in regular, so you got to hire your own gas tech. And what we did is we had them bring gas line from outside right to the outside wall and then come through the wall, okay? You don't have to open up your walls and your ceilings in your house to get gas to your stove. Most of the time, the stove is installed on an outside wall. So it's a very quick, simple procedure that doesn't cost a lot of money and allows you to have mixed fuel, which ramps up the value on the investment of your house. Next thing you need is something that says wow, right? You need wow factor. Now, a few years ago, I'm old now, so a while back, they changed and everybody wanted to go stainless steel. We wanted to have these hoods that stood out and it was not very practical. It costs a lot of money for the feature, but it doesn't have the wow factor that it used to have. It used to be a status symbol, but now it's like, oh, another boring $200 IKEA hood fan, whoop-de-doo. It has no personality. Well, we're gonna install some appliances today that are gonna blow your mind. We're talking black stainless steel, Venetian bronze hood. These things are amazing. We're gonna show you how to do it yourself. Because if you buy really high-end quality appliances and then you can install them yourself, you're gonna save a ton of money and you're gonna be way ahead of the game. So one of the newest products on the market this year, and you know, it's always funny because when they come up with a new product, they're always so bloody expensive. But if you give it a couple of years, then they become really normal again. So this black stainless steel is kind of starting to normalize with price points. But with anything, whenever it's new and sexy, they always want to get their money's worth out of you, right? So here we go. We're just gonna open this up. Sweet. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Now, wow, this is awesome. That is such a good look.
Oh, man.
Right? Oh, wow, what a great look, right? Now, the ZLINE appliances are brilliant. They actually come with their own exhaust ductwork. And this inserts right in there. Like it's brilliant. And it can do elbow out the house and connect right into the 6-inch line that you need on your exhaust. You can also cut it down if there's too much and you can unthread and then rethread the end caps. If you want to see how we install all this, you can click the link in the video up here. We've got a card clicking to the installation of the one I did at my house. It wasn't as pretty as this though. I'm kind of jealous, to be honest with you. Now, this hood goes with a hood tower. Now, I'm going to pull this one out and we'll demonstrate this together. Oh my goodness. There we go. Take the bag off of there. Real careful because it is still stainless, right? It's insanely sharp. Okay, give you an idea of how this looks together as a finished product. Now, you put that in your kitchen, people walk in and they go, wow, right? Put in stainless steel, they go, oh yeah, it's a kitchen. This is why you really want to upgrade. This is amazing. Okay, and so for the purpose of this video today, I'm not gonna go through all the installation procedures. You're gonna have to watch those videos separately, but we are gonna cover all of the information that you need so that you can make good buying decisions. So now, we're gonna bring in the stove and unbox that, and we'll talk through all the features and benefits of mixed fuel. Now it's time to reveal the black stainless steel ZLINE mixed fuel 30-inch stove, which of course is the perfect size to replace any stove anywhere in the world, I think. Anyway. That's a lot of boxes. It's like suction on there. All right, thanks, Maddie. Hey. Oh, right out of the gate, as soon as you see all this beautiful heavy steel, this is awesome. Now, when you're unpacking stuff like this, don't get carried away and start tearing things apart, because all the important stuff is going to be buried in the packaging, right? Here we go. Hardware and the tops for the stove, all the legs. Okay, we're going to just take this whole tray and set this aside. All right. Now we can do away with all this. All right, let's see what this bad boy looks like. Ooh, very nice. Wow. Oh, I like that look. Oh, yeah. Brilliant. It's a convection oven as well. Awesome. Okay. Now, so the installation of a stove is actually kind of simple. It's plug and play. The gas line threads in, you plug in the electric source, screw on some feet, make sure you get all the packaging off. The instructions are in the box here for assembly on the top, but it all pretty much just sets right in place. There we go. The most difficult part about this, getting all of the shrink wrap off. All right. It's always important to make sure that you put the anti-tip device in as well. Okay. It's going to be inside the stove. It's a metal bracket. We actually have to install the stove, mark the spot, and measure it off, install the bracket. It takes a few minutes, but if you have the ability to use a measuring tape and a drill, anybody can install a stove. Straight down. Okay. Just for your own knowledge at home, when you're installing a stove, don't slide it in and out on the hardwood if you have hardwood as a floor. Pay attention to where the back feet are, about the burner. Make sure you lift and set the back feet just past where the stove will finish. And then you can do this. Good. And then slide it nice and gentle. Okay? Wow, that is amazing. What a sleek look, eh? Mm-hmm. That's almost flush with the counter. That's a perfect height. I'm loving it. Cool, eh? All right. So one of the coolest functions about this is they come with a walk ring, haha, which is awesome. Now you can sell a lot of these mixed fuel burners. They're set up for different function, all right? You have the ability, when you read the instructions, to adjust the size of your flame, which is great. And you also have the option to buy one of these, which will change your cooking habits dramatically and turn your kitchen into a professional kitchen. Look at that. Now you can cook steaks even in the dead of winter without having to go outside. Let's open up the dishwasher. Now, okay. If you could be so kind, Maddie, thank you. All right, I'm gonna put this door on. There we go. Now, ZLINE has perfected the art of hanging the fake panel. There you go. That is just really, really sexy. Wow. Okay. Okay. The only thing you might find it necessary to do, oh, where's my, here we are, screwdriver. Is they have these feet on the bottom, and you can set the height. And help level everything off. Okay. Here we go. Sweet. Okay, so follow the installation instructions. We also have a dishwasher video how to install it. You've got to connect the water, connect the power. But as far as the overall look, I am loving the oil rub bronze. There's two more things to discuss when you're creating the kitchen of your dreams, and that of course is the fridge, which nowadays, generally speaking, has a water feature of some sort. I always try to tell people, try to keep it simple. Refrigerators are notorious for if you try to get too much out of them, they're always breaking down on you. But if you want to have a nice feature or something like that and you're happy with the water quality in your house, that's something to consider. The other is the faucet. Now ZLINE has recently come out with their own sink and faucet line, which is about time. It's nice when an appliance company can also accessorize the room that they're supplying the appliances in. So here it is, folks, the new matte black ZLINE faucet. Tell me that isn't amazing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a couple minutes, swap out the faucet, install this. You can see how easy this is, right? Just stick it in the hole, tighten it up, throw the drill on there to create some compression, and you're good to go. So this will only take a minute. All right, so before I install this, I thought, you know what? If I show you how to assemble this, it'll be a lot easier than if you try to film underneath the sink with me, because that's a really tight, cramped space. But basically, what you have here is a small gasket that goes on the base of this that comes in contact with your countertop. This piece here that goes underneath there is designed for the mounting threads, okay? And this is a standard size. No big surprise here. So if you have one hole in your countertop now, this is gonna fit, no worries about that. You also have two supply lines. They're braided, they're marked red and blue, obviously. And then you have this one here, and this takes the water from the mixing valve and directs it back up to the water supply through here. So once you've got everything installed and mounted, then you take this hose here. This one just threads right into the bottom. This is not a quick connect, which means you're not trusting in a piece of plastic to do your plumbing for you long term, which is really actually a great idea. And then when you're done, you're going to take the two screws out of this, okay? It opens up, and then you just set it on the hose, right here. So this is the part that goes up when you pull your function out, and then when you let go, the weight will pull it back into position. Don't put it on the bottom, because what you'll end up doing over time is kinking the hose, and that'll restrict your water supply. So get it in and put it right down here at the bottom so that it hangs tight. You don't need your hose to come out any more than that, all right? Perfect. That's all we're gonna do. Now, it's relatively simple, but understanding how this works is the key to success, because underneath, just lay this down, when you're putting all of this hardware on, you've got all of these obstacles to get past. So the way it works is you put the rubber gasket, then the metal washer, over one, over the second, and then the third, okay? Here we go. And then you have to go organize them to get around that one, and it's a bit of a tight fit, okay? So just be patient. Here, we're gonna leave some room on this so we can tighten the screws later. All right, screws facing up, and third. Okay, now organize them nice and tight, just like they're coming out of the stem, and then you can slide over relatively easy. There we go. Ha, that's not that bad. Now all you gotta do is do that upside down backwards when you're underneath the sink. Piece of cake. And I am right-handed. Boom, there we go. That's up and down. So I just use the wrench, give the water supply an extra little quarter turn. Whoop. I almost lost my pack there again. All right, let's see if this works. Here goes everything. Woohoo! Now, a good little secret is grab a couple paper towels, throw it underneath your sink, leave the cold water running for a little bit, just to make sure that leaks don't develop over time whenever you have those tightened connections. There's the hot water line, beautiful. Sweet. Nice. Wow. Good faucet. We have one more thing to talk about, that's installing a fridge. And we're actually going to show you this system for installing those little 1/4-inch water supply lines to make sure that you don't get a flood in your home. And then we're going to do a grand reveal of the brand new designer kitchen. So when you get your brand new fridge for your designer kitchen and you're having fun and they're ready to install it, take one step and think about this, because the installers are more than happy to install all the door handles and have that ready for you. But as you can see in this kitchen, we have the traditional amount of space here. It's well over 44 inches to the end panel, but the water supply shutoff is in behind. So if you put the handles on, you weren't going to be able to pull the fridge out far enough to access the hole without sliding the fridge sideways. Now these fridges don't have caster wheels, they just have rollers, and they're only designed to be pushed straight in and out. So before you go and attach your handles, I suggest find someone skinny, which isn't me. Send them in the back to hook up the water supply, open the valve, check for leaks, plug it in, and then you can push it back. Now Matt, you got a hold of the water line there. Remember, the water line's gonna be really long, so try to hold it up in position as long as you can so that you're not gonna end up kinking the line and running over it as you put the fridge back. All right, let's go, buddy.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn it back. Hold on.
Are you clearing?
Yeah, now.
Okay. And push. That's good. Okay. Now let's just double check our door clearance here. Perfect. That's a good location. All right. Now the fridge comes with all of the handles and hardware in it. They're relatively easy to install, generally speaking. And I think most of them are doing the same thing nowadays. They're gonna have a pin on the door, right? They go in these locations and the handle will slide over the pin, and then there'll be a set screw that you can tighten up with an Allen key. Pretty simple installation. Once you've done that, you really want to just get down on the ground, grab a screwdriver. All of these fridges that have a pull-out drawer have got little feet on them that are adjustable, so they make contact with the ground. And you can use that to level it, make sure everything's working fine, but it also acts like a braking system. So when you open up a heavy full drawer in the freezer, your fridge doesn't come pulling out of the wall as well. All right, I'm gonna recommend that you remove the packaging from the door before you put the handles on, because you're going to cause yourself issues with little bits of plastic laying around afterwards. Here we go. Don't over tighten. Nice and easy. Right upper. They even have them labeled to make sure that the set screws are on the inside facing each other so you don't see it from the room. It's kind of cute. Eh? That'll be a lot faster. Oh. Perfect. The only other thing I can recommend is open up your fridge, find the instruction manual. Usually a nice afternoon's worth of reading. Go through this and double check, make sure that there's nothing in here for the operation of the ice and the water. Okay, there's maybe filters that are involved here, or packing tape that has to be removed to make sure everything functions properly. Nothing worse than causing a flood with your own fridge. And then other than that, remove all of the tape and packaging before it gets cooled, and then you'll be good to go. So generally my feeling on refrigerators is don't get water features. It's the same water that comes out of the tap as the door, and it minimizes your opportunity for leaks. So if you're gonna do it, make sure you buy one of the flood safe supply lines. They have new technology out there that you can put on your supply line, and what happens is it registers a sudden increase in pressure. So if there's ever a break in the line, it shuts itself off. Very, very effective, especially when your kitchen's on hardwood flooring like here. Well, there we have it. All the elements that you're gonna need to do your own designer kitchen. Amazing faucets, amazing appliances, mixed fuel stove. Don't ever cheap out on your fixtures and appliances. That's where the value is in your home. Now, if you want to see a different kind of project, You can click the link right here. You can follow along with our 1880s farmhouse rebuild. We just finished doing a brand new minimalist kitchen. It's a totally different look, but it is amazing to view and has a really unique island.